He walks forward. Since the first moment, we are gonna find each other in the center of the octagon. I'm gonna knock him out in the first round.
Ilia Topuria's shocking annihilation of Charles Oliveira sent waves through the MMA community. From promising to finish the fight in the first round to celebrating his victory the night before, Topuria built immense hype around the event and spectacularly delivered. However, Ilia's knockout didn't just prove him right, it showed he's added a new level to his game. In this video, we'll break down how Topuria changed his usual pressure style and use boxing fundamentals to decimate Do Bronx. After a pair of stunning knockouts against Volkanovski and Holloway, Ilia moved up to lightweight and immediately fought for the vacant title against Oliveira. While both showed each other tremendous respect before the fight, as soon as the cage door closed behind them, it was all business. Topuria threw a hard jab, which Charles intercepted with a calf kick. Undeterred, Ilia jabbed again, then used a feint to connect with a powerful right hand. Oliveira tried to grab a hold of Ilia's neck, but he immediately rolled under it. Oliveira surged forward, landing multiple kicks to the body and legs of Ilia before landing a hard elbow. It was instantly clear that despite Topuria's power, Charles would fight the way he always did, relentlessly pressuring forwards to break down his opponents. However, Ilia was ready for this, and his genius game plan was already beginning to reveal itself. Somewhat unusually for MMA, Oliveira fights out of a traditional Muay Thai stance, with his feet very narrow. This not only allows him to easily check his opponent's kicks, but also to quickly fire his own with either leg.
Beautiful front kick to the liver.
While his upright posture and hand position make his body a relatively exposed target, Charles uses this seeming weakness to his advantage, taking advantage of the fact his opponents need to get close to him to attack his body as an opportunity to enter the clinch. Once he's got a hold of his opponent, Oliveira can freely throw knees or use his outstretched arm to measure distance when they try to disengage to land precise power shots. While the Thai stance does leave him susceptible to takedowns, Oliveira's ground game, even from his back, is so good most opponents don't dare to try and take him down. However, Ilia took these seeming strengths and turned them into weaknesses. Because Oliveira's constant forward march makes him favor straight attacks, apart from calf kicks, he rarely throws any sideways strikes like roundhouse kicks. On top of this, despite having a lanky build, Oliveira almost never uses the jab. This reckless pressure is often what gets him into trouble, making him run right into his opponent's power shots. This is why instead of choosing to trade shots with Oliveira, Topuria changed his usual pressure-heavy style and instead looked to counterpunch, using Charles' constant pressure to his own advantage. His key tool in this plan was the jab. Despite having a significant reach disadvantage, Ilia's understanding of feints and timing allowed him to out-jab the taller Oliveira. Topuria didn't throw feel-outs, he threw power jabs, leaning his entire body weight into the punch. This not only forced Oliveira to respect Ilia's jab, but made it a damaging weapon in its own right. On top of this, Topuria constantly circled to his left, moving off the center line to avoid Oliveira's front kicks. Here, Topuria's diagonal step to his left makes Oliveira's push kick miss, allowing Ilia to nearly connect with the left hand. Topuria missed his next jab, while Charles shot for the hips. Ilia defended well, and ended up on top as they reached the canvas. Aggressive as always, Topuria went for a side crucifix. But Oliveira brilliantly used his legs to shift Ilia's weight around, nearly capturing him in a leg lock.
Oh, watch the leg here. Dangerous position. Ilia's got to be very careful with that.
Ilia stayed calm, pulled out his knee, and smacked Charles with a quick right hand to distract him enough to free his leg.
Tremendous composure by Topuria.
As soon as the pair were back on their feet, Ilia's dominance began to grow. He timed Oliveira's leg kicks with jabs, gladly trading damage to his leg in order to establish his lead hand. He then feinted a jab to set up a hard right, setting off a brutal punch combo. Topuria again feinted a jab before following it up with a real one. He next dodged Oliveira's uppercut and stifled his clinch attempt before circling back to the center of the octagon. Topuria then feinted a third jab, this time following it up with one to Charles' exposed body, before throwing yet another jab which split Oliveira's guard. At this point, Ilia's jabs have given him complete control of distance, allowing him to see Charles is about to lead with the right hand and brutally punishing him for it. Parrying Oliveira's right hand, Ilia created a massive opening for his own short right and followed up with a left hook for good measure. While some people say Charles got knocked out because he dropped his left hand, Ilia parrying the cross downwards creates such a big opening that even if Charles did have his other hand up, Ilia's counter would have likely still landed, especially considering the fact that instead of stepping straight forward the way Charles did, Ilia stepped his left leg out to the side as he parried Charles' cross, getting his own head safely off the center line while perfectly aligning his own punch with Oliveira's chin. Less than 15 seconds into the fight, Ilia tried to pull off the exact same move, but that time, Charles' jab making Ilia slip gave him enough time to throw an elbow, meaning Ilia's diagonal step left made him run directly into it. Topuria is no brawler. He's a skillful striker who has the ability to adapt mid-fight and is always a step ahead of his opponents. While Topuria often acts out the role of a bull, in this fight he became the matador, expertly adapting his style based on the individual in front of him to become a 2-division world champion.
Ilia, you called this. You said you were going to come in here and you were going to knock him out in the first round.
I did exactly what we had planned. A lot of jabs, right hand, the left hook, and boom, his lights were out.
His confidence is just like above and beyond. To be able to step in there against a guy like Charles Oliveira and say, I'm sorry that it has to be you.
Says poor Charles, right?
That's crazy. Crazy.
With his legal troubles finally sorted out, Ilia's next opponent will be the terrifying Justin Gaethje, one of the only men who can make a claim to rival Ilia's power. Let me know who you have winning this matchup. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more breakdowns, crush that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you're interested in having your fight or sparring footage analyzed, check out the link below.